In the suburbs of Paris, France, on a quiet winter morning, January 4, 2004. A child was born who would one day redefine the limits of basketball itself. His name was Victor Wembanyama. No one in that hospital room could have imagined that this baby, barely 7 pounds at birth, would grow into a 7'4" phenomenon. A name that would echo across the NBA, and around the world. Victor grew up in Le Chesnay, a small town outside Paris. His childhood wasn't about video games or social media. It was about movement, discipline, and focus, because he was born into a family where sports wasn't just a hobby. It was a way of life. His father, Felix Wembanyama, was a long jumper and track athlete. His mother, Elodie de Fautereau, was a professional basketball coach and former player. From the very beginning, Victor's destiny seemed written in motion. At just 4 years old, while other kids played with toys, Victor was learning footwork drills from his mother. At 7, he was already taller than most adults. But his parents never pushed him, they guided him. His mother often said, "We never told him to become a player, we told him to love the game." And he did. Victor fell in love with basketball. Not just the excitement of scoring, but the art of the game, the angles, the timing, the strategy. When Victor was 10, he joined Untold Le Chesnay Versailles, a local basketball club in France. It was there that coaches first began to realize. This wasn't an ordinary kid. He wasn't just tall. He was coordinated. He could dribble, shoot, and move like a guard. Something unheard of for someone his size. One of his early coaches remembered, he had the hands of a point guard, and the reach of a giant. By the time Victor turned 13, his name was already traveling across Europe. Scouts from major basketball academies were calling. But he wasn't interested in fame. He was focused on learning, and mastering every detail of the game. At 14, he joined the Nanterre 92 youth team, a professional club known for developing young talent. It was here that Wembanyama's evolution truly began. Under the guidance of professional coaches, Victor learned to use his height as a weapon, not a weakness. They didn't just tell him to block shots or stand under the rim. They trained him to think like a point guard, shoot like a forward, and defend like a center. It was this combination that made him different from every player before him. But with greatness, came challenge. As Victor's body grew, so did the expectations. The media in France began calling him the alien. A term later repeated by NBA star LeBron James himself. Yet Victor remained calm. He didn't chase fame. He trained, hours every day. Alone, in silence, working on footwork, shooting, and balance. He once said in an interview, "I don't want to be the best for one season. I want to build something that lasts forever." By age 15, he was already playing against men twice his age. And winning. He made his professional debut in the French league at just 15 years old. Every game, every move, made people stop and stare. Who was this kid with endless arms and impossible skill? Could he really be the future of basketball? In 2021, Wembanyama joined AS Villeurbanne, a club owned by NBA legend Tony Parker. Here, he played in the EuroLeague, facing some of the toughest players in Europe. It was no longer a dream. He was living it. Competing, learning, and proving himself. But deep down, Victor knew this was just preparation. His real destination was America. And the NBA. As the world began to whisper his name, NBA scouts started traveling across the ocean, just to watch him play. Every dunk, every block, every shot was a glimpse into the future of basketball. This wasn't just a tall teenager from France. This was the evolution of the game itself. The world was watching. And waiting. Because something extraordinary was coming. The world was about to meet Wemby.